Ich mag es halt, wie jetzt beim Spielen tatsächlich die Zeit so vergeht, dass ich nicht merke, dass sie vergeht, weil es einfach 3 Stunden seit Streamanfang vergangen und ich habe immer noch Bock weiter zu spielen. Daher... Keine Ahnung.
Sorry.
Das alles passierte nur, weil ich die Prangerkarte behalten habe. Es ist schon echt spät. Ist Sojiro noch wach? Das war ziemlich unangenehm. Geh heim, sonst sorgt er sich. Ich gehe nach Hause. Gute Nacht. Sieht aus, als hätten wir das Schlimmste vermieden.
Yep. Yep.
Ja, das ist... Und deswegen kann ich jetzt nichts machen?
Yep. Nice. Yep.
Yep. Los geht's. Yep.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become. Reward money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it.
Nur wenn wir erwischt werden.
I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen?
30 Millionen Yen, das sind 3 Millionen Euro, ne? Oder 300.000. 300.000, ne? Das sind 234.776. Lohnt sich nicht mal, Mann. Was willst du mit 230.000 Euro? Kannst du nichts mitmachen, so. Kannst dir ein paar Bitcoins von kaufen und das war's. Ah.
That may have been true, but still. Well,
Kann man sich eine PS5 auf eBay
how
kaufen?
do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right? I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the chief. I'm responsible too.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1. Exactly. That will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
Ja, hast du die Nachrichten gesehen? Ich hatte mich schon auf diese Eventualität vorbereitet. Komisches Gefühl, dass wir jetzt offiziell gesucht werden. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir diesmal ungeschoren davonkommen. Wir stehen jetzt echt mit dem Rücken zur Wand. Aber es hilft nichts. Jetzt hier nochmal darüber zu reden. Treffen wir uns und reden darüber.
We're wanted now. And the reward's 30 million yen? What is this, a comic book? It feels so unrealistic, I can't help but laugh.
We're finally being treated as actual criminals.
I'm positive now. Remember all of those what-ifs I mentioned before? All of this was truly set up. How President Okumura ranked first, the fad before that, even Medjed. It was all to make the Phantom Thieves famous. On top of that, we were lured to target Okumura. Yeah, the enemy likely planned to lay the blame on us from the start, after we gained popularity.
Then what about everything we've done until now?
Dann macht es aber natürlich auch Sinn, dass dieses Okumura-Zeug so aus dem Nichts irgendwie kommt, wenn das halt das ganze Ding so ein Setup für eine Falle war, ne? Das erklärt dann natürlich das auch wieder so ein bisschen.
Are the people whose hearts we changed and thought were corrupt actually not?
No, because of Yusuke and I, the Madarame and Kaneshiro cases were coincidental. Wasn't that the case with Kamoshida too? Considering what happened with the rankings, only the previous target would have been used to lure us.
What a cheap trick to use.
Cheap? It's nothing of the sort. There's the fake Medjed and the site's altercation. They might have even engineered the fad around us. So much time and effort has been put into this. President Okumura probably wasn't their only target. Perhaps they intend to place all blame of past and future psychotic breakdowns on our group.
That's why I said we shouldn't jump into things so carelessly.
What, so this is my fault? Even you agreed to it in the end. And there was that thing with Haru at the time. How are we supposed to ignore that, huh?
I'm sorry. This was all because I one-sidedly decided that my father was a criminal. All I could think about was my fiancé. If I had only been able to cope with it more calmly. Haru?
It's not Haru's fault. I should have spoken up too when Principal Kobayakawa died.
Damn it! This is bullshit! God! Fuck! Ah!
Ryuji! Taking out your frustration on things doesn't help anyone!
Hey, what do you think? Why did we lose? What did we do wrong?
He was about to say the F-word. Es war eine Falle, Mann. Das hätte man nicht kaum sehen können.
It's probably because we weren't acting like ourselves.
Agreed. At the time, we only cared about the opinion of the general public.
Yeah, that really is it. I was so caught up in making a name for ourselves. I'm such an idiot! I became a phantom thief because I hated those same kinds of adults!
To think we had begun clinging onto fame and a place to belong that our eyes had become clouded.
We were meant to be the righteous phantom thieves, but we lost sight of our original cause. I'm so irritated with myself. Makoto.
Damn it! I know that we've been set up, and that I was a complete idiot too! But still, it's so damn frustrating! Of course I want to do something about this!
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against, and whether they're an individual or an organization.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful backers if they can go so far.
Are we really a match for this?
Should we end this now? I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey, what should we do?
Wenden wir das Blatt.
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for just to save our own asses.
I see.
I take back what I just said. I can't let it end like this. Absolutely not like this!
Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. All that's left is how we go about it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. About me yelling earlier, being framed, and the added bounty, it all felt like such bullshit. I lost it. I'm sorry. Really? That's good. Maybe I haven't changed at all since that time we went up against Kamoshida. I wanted to be a Phantom Thief because I thought even someone like me could be a hero. It made me so happy to be depended on. Guess it all went straight to my head. I thought I could do anything if it was for justice, but that'd make me no different from our targets. I called them shitbags, but I must be the shittiest of shitbags. I can't even joke about it. You're right. I can start by changing who I am now. Thanks. I feel like I can think straight now. Oh, I scared Haru and Futaba, didn't I? I'll have to apologize to them soon. See ya.
Ich habe eine Nachricht von Akechi-kun. Er will sich mit uns morgen nach der Schule im Los geht's. Ich bin bereit für alles, was kommt.
Reached a crucial moment. There's no point fretting about it now, though. Let's just stay calm and wait for tomorrow. Okay.
Das Spiel ist auf jeden Fall nichts für Leute, die keine Geduld haben. Also, ich meine, das ist 120 bis 140 Stunden lang. So, das ist kein Spiel, wo du Snap, Snap, Snap Action brauchst die ganze Zeit und Mental Stimulation. Das ist eine Menge Lesen, eine Menge Zuhören, eine Menge Story, eine Menge Character Development. Hier geht eine Menge ab, was einfach im Hintergrund passiert.
Let's do it.
Deswegen speichern wir gerade mal. Hier kann man literally einfach nichts machen. Reparieren wir das Notebook.
Okay.
Es dauert für eine ganze Weile. Reparieren wir das Ding. Es ist so kompliziert. Ich weiß nicht mal, was das für ein Teil ist. Sei vorsichtig. Aha. Also bestehen alle Computer im Endeffekt nur aus mehreren einzelnen Komponenten.
What are your thoughts?
Du bist fertig mit der Reparatur. Naja, so stark beschädigt war das Ding ja nicht. Die Reparatur eines komplexen Geräts hat bestimmt dein Können erhöht. Tada! Yes! Mega gut! Wo kommt das denn plötzlich her? Das ist ja voll cool.
Alright.
Hallo, hier ist Tanaka von Schwarzmarktwaren. Was? Tanaka After Dark. Hier werden wunderbare Gegenstände verkauft, die niemals die Öffentlichkeit erreichen würden. Interessiert einen etwas? Du hast Zugang. Brauchst du was? Du hast Zugang. Was zum... Du wurdest direkt zu dieser Website weitergeleitet. War etwa so eingestellt? Schwarzmarktwaren, also zwielichtiges Online-Shopping? Wie auch immer, meine Aufmerksamkeit wurde geweckt. Sehen wir es uns an, wenn wir Zeit haben.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice cannot be left alone. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures, but their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. It is obsolete. We don't have to go down with the sinking ship. We have the power to change this.
Ich sehe gerade, ich habe gerade Sido gelesen. Tatsächlich, würdest du Sido im Japanischen schreiben, würde der Shido heißen. Fun Fact.
Let us end this chaos through my hands and yours.
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year's end.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure. This man has my support.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society, you know.
Politics just never interested me before. But this politician seems pretty amazing. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I mean, someone like that should be prime minister. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense, since the other politicians seem so unreliable.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around!
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate measures. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you are at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not a bad method.
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get on with it.
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh? Really?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
Still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten!
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation. Her sense of justice wouldn't allow it.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up, and an innocent civilian's life will be destroyed. I can't allow such a thing to happen. My own ethics won't stand for it.
I mean... I guess I can understand how you feel.
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. She's the perfect target to place blame on the Phantom Thieves. So how about it? Will you agree to my plan?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san's heart. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima. So, what do you say? I don't think it's a bad deal for either of us.
Makoto, what's your take on all this?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun? Why do you seek justice?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty ideal. It's simply an absurd grudge. And extremely personal.
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us? Yeah, like how some disgusting adult pissed him off.
We're similar, Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me on the mission to change Sai-san's heart?
Wir helfen dir. Ist ja nicht so, als ob wir ablehnen können.
I was actually rather worried there. This mission can't succeed without your cooperation, after all.
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out. I pray it does.
Mako-chan. I'm okay. I never brought it up until now, but the reason I joined the Phantom Thieves is because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to resort to it, though. I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell us?
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it on my own.
Why don't we try going there now to scope the place out? A lot of this will be new to me, so I'd like to get myself accustomed to it too.
I'm sorry, I actually have plans today.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Will you tell your sister about this? Of course not. It's just...
You seem awfully evasive today. Is something the matter?
I just can't make time today.
Let's call it a day then, and resume this tomorrow.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Wasn't Makoto acting a bit weird? Well, I guess that can't be helped. Regardless, it all starts tomorrow. I hope this goes well.
A palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. What a joke. So you became convinced of another's existence through the 2 mental shutdown cases. And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain would still be loose. That's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation? That does make sense, more or less. If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee anything. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility. No. If this villain does exist and is setting up your group, I would be targeted next. Did Makoto come up with that speculation? Perhaps I'm overthinking things. Hey! You need to keep your focus. It seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't one of defeat. Why is that?
Ich habe noch nicht verloren.
I'm amazed. It seems you can still talk. When you were arrested, a man at the scene told you that you were sold out, correct? Those words normally hint at the existence of a traitor. However, if your story till now is true, one reason can be concluded. It's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point... No, most likely from the start. I was a mere puppet. Someone set up only to bear responsibility later. Someone intended your arrest, and the minimal staff directly involved were in their pocket. And if that's the case, true integrity would side with you.
All right.
No, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't believe your story yet. There's something I need to confirm with you. Was a change of heart triggered in me? What happened in the time between entering my palace and your arrest? Tell me everything.
Hui, los geht es. Jetzt wird's wieder richtig crazy.
What's this favor you need? It's late already. We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic and relationships. It doesn't matter whether it's public or private. Those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we hit a roadblock in her palace.
I can look up more, you know. Stuff like her repertoire of underwear.
A girl shouldn't say things like that. You tell her too.
Das ist doch beeindruckend.
Don't fall for it. Ahem. Also, I may be overthinking it, but my voice... Ow!
Same as always.
Let me finish first. There's something else we want you to look into.
Lol, so ein Drama. Und jetzt die Bahnnachrichten. Das Team, das den Phantomdieben des Weiteren hat die Oppositionspartei ein Missvertrauensvotum gegen das aktuelle Kabinett initiiert. Zusammen mit den Plänen zu einer Partei-Neugründung könnte dies zur Auflösung der Regierung führen. Sick. Wo treffen wir uns heute? Stimmt, uns wurde nie mitgeteilt, wo wir uns treffen. Beim Gerichtsgebäude. Und wo? Kleiner Tipp, das Behördenviertel. Kasumi Gaseki. Stimmt. Oh, davon habe ich gehört, aber ich war noch nie dort. Ich auch nicht. Da gehen normale Leute auch eigentlich nie hin. Wow, das sieht jetzt schon auf der Karte beeindruckend aus. Polizeibehörde, Justizministerium, Büro des Staatsanwalts und Büro der öffentlichen Sicherheit. Das Parlamentsgebäude ist auch in der Nähe. Echt jetzt? Wo gehen wir da bloß hin? Die schnappen wir uns nicht, oder? Laut Akechi-kun sind unsere Identität noch nicht aufgeflogen. Also stürzen wir uns einfach so kopfüber in feindliches Gebiet? Hat jemand mit Akechi gesprochen? Wir treffen ihn hier. Seid alle wachsam. Wir begeben uns in die Höhle des Löwen.
So this is the courthouse. You can tell it's a revolting building just by looking at it. Let's hurry up and get started. Akechi, what did you find out?
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly, but I figured out her course of action. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy, as well as the Sakura residence.
For real?
Then that means our time limit is November 20th.
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved. I doubt it'll take place before the 20th.
We'll take your word. For now, we need to focus on infiltrating her palace.
I concur. And we should probably get going soon. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then?
That's...
Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so lucky! I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually well...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Cringe Queen is at it again, man.
If you exchange contact info with everyone too, not just me.
That's true.
Ooh! I'll send everyone's contacts to you later.
Thanks. Well then, I hope we get along. I'll do my best.
You got a good personality and good looks? Talk about cheating.
She's praising you, I believe.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto Sis thinks this courthouse is, right?
I often hear her call it a place of competition in which she must always win.
A competition, huh? That sounds like Sai-san.
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like that. Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort. Might it be a martial arts ring?
Conditions have not been met. Then perhaps a stadium? Or maybe an arena? Conditions have not been met.
There are other competitions besides fighting and sports.
Gambling, then! How about a racetrack for horses? Other than that, there's pachinko, but Does that count as gambling?
We played cards during the school trip.
Conditions have not been met. What else is there? It must be a casino. Candidate found.
I definitely see Sai-san in you.
Well, it's time we head in then.
Beginning navigation.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
That's it, huh? What's going on here? We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go. Right.
Courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes.
I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form.
The police station's also part of her work area, though, whenever arrests are made for her cases. I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent on loan to the police.
We got no business with the cops, right? This might be the metaverse, but I don't want to go in a station.
That reminds me. He'll need a codename, too.
Codename?
Phantom thieves can't go around using the real names, right? It ain't cool either.
Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we look, didn't we?
What is it, Haru?
Oh, it's nothing.
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me. You know, like a raven.
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the only Japanese-sounding one. Why not go with Crow instead?
All right. From here on out, you're Crow.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse. Now then.
Das läuft alles wie immer ab. Erst müssen wir eine Infiltrationsroute finden. Let's go!
Wait!
Hey, da können wir nicht lang. Das erregt so viel Aufmerksamkeit. Nehmen wir einen anderen Weg. Holy shit, hier wird sogar gesungen? Was ist hier denn los? Ich glaube, wir können uns von hier aus reinschleichen.
So, this means we're acknowledged as a threat, correct?
Dude, you planning on stealing stuff in that getup?
It just means that's what he thinks a rebel looks like.
No. This is my mental image of a person who sticks to their justice.
Well, I think your mask is more apt for piercing rather than sticking. That aside, the people in here look completely normal.
But we're in a flashy casino. There's no doubt this is a palace. Oh, right. Crow doesn't know too much about cognitive beings, does he?
Ah, yes. In addition to similar topography, cognitive people exist based on the ruler's perceptions.
That probably didn't make much sense because of all the fancy terms he was using, huh?
In essence, since these look like real people, Sai-san's view of others is surprisingly undistorted. Considering what I see before me, it's difficult to believe it is not actually a real casino.
Not all cognitions are normal, though. In Futaba and Okumura's palaces, we had to battle them. People may look normal, but we should be careful. Particularly of those in positions of power.
Is this what you have to go through every time? This is a first for me. I'm somewhat nervous.
Just don't slow us down, Crow.
I will not allow that to happen.
Okay, it's time we head inside. Our deadline for this infiltration is November 20th. Any later and we'll get caught in reality. Of course, we'll need to secure an infiltration route before we send out the calling card. As always.
So the calling card wasn't merely for show? It's a necessary step?
Will you please stop interrupting?
My apologies.
Well then, let's go.
I feel somewhat nervous.
Also dann, los geht's. Sichern wir uns erstmal den Weg. Aber darf ich das dann überhaupt zu Ende machen? Ist dann nicht einfach das Spiel vorbei, wenn ich den Palast jetzt hier durchspiele? Also, macht es nicht eigentlich Sinn, wenn ich dann bis zum Ende warte oder so? So bis zum 19. November? Ist ein Tutorial. Na dann, los geht's. Ich vertraue euch einfach mal, dass ihr mir dann sagt, okay, jetzt wird's schwierig. Ist voll cool hier drin. Ich mag das mega gerne. Graue Manschetten. Kann ich nicht. Warte mal. Wo haben wir sie denn? Nee, Gegenstände, Persona, Werte. Nee. Fragen. Hä, bin ich dumm? Ah, danach habe ich gesucht. Dann kicken wir Haru raus und holen mal Akechi rein, weil ich wissen möchte, was er kann. Also ja, ich erinnere mich an den Start des Spiels, deswegen frage ich ja. Weil das ist ja in einem Casino.
Indeed.
Focus.
Okay, das Spiel sagt mir dann, was zu tun ist. Dann vertraue ich einfach mal darauf. Aha.
Welcome. Come on out, you petty thieves.
Wow.
You're after the treasure, are you not? Come on down and I will tell you where it is.
What? We're not going to fall for a trick like that.
It's not a lie. I only wish to do this fair and square. You aren't going to run, are you?
We should do as she says. There is no point in hiding any longer.
So you've come.
Oh mein Gott.
The treasure is located on the manager's floor.
Damn, girl.
Point of this building.
Relax mal ein bisschen mit dem Lidschatten, Alter.
It's as I said before. I wish to go about this in the fairest manner possible. First, I ask that you come up to my location. We will continue this there.
Damn it, over there!
It seems we'll be able to use that elevator to reach higher floors. Come, Joker. Let us pursue her. Let us get after her.
Let's go! Den kann ich wahrscheinlich nicht benutzen, oder?
Authentication required. Please insert your member's card.
Member's card?
Perhaps it bears relation to a player's club of sorts.
I can't handle your technical speak. Just give me it straight.
Casinos typically have a membership system called a player's club. Some locations even have areas cordoned off for particular ranks of player. Considering the setup of this place, I thought things may be similar here.
That'll make this shit simple. Come on, let's join this player thingy.
I would agree with you, but...
A shadow!
As I expected, registration will not be such a simple matter.
She must be daring us to challenge the security of this place to make it to her.
Here it comes!
No need to worry. I'll handle this. I need to prove my worth to you, after all. I promise to surpass even such lofty hopes as those. Well then, let us begin. Don't worry, you can leave this one to me. Take them down, Robin Hood!
Damn. Oh, damn. Holy shit. Ja, er ist schon dabei, so.
Robin Hood!
Komodo Hype. Ja, gar nicht so übel. Und ich kann noch viel mehr. Tja, lasst uns schnell die Schatten erledigen. Warte. Wenn wir bedenken, was wir vorher gehört haben, klingt das nicht nach einem Hinterhalt? Finde ich auch. Ich würde sie gern so schnell wie möglich erledigen. Aber nachdem wir nun eine Infiltrationsroute haben, schlage ich vor, wir kehren um und bereiten uns vor. Also gut. Ich vertraue auf eure Erfahrung und euer Urteil. Tun wir das. Was? Sind wir schon fertig? Heute gab es wirklich jede Menge Überraschungen. Hoffentlich geht es weiter gut voran. Stimmt. Was? Nicht nötig. Ist sicher mir Infiltrationsroute und die Prangerkarte. Durch die... Hä? Genau. Vielleicht ist es nicht, unterschätzt das nicht. Unterschätze gar nichts, wirklich. Übrigens, der Schatten von Nijima-san wirkte echt souverän. Ja, wer weiß, was uns erwartet. Wir müssen weiter vorsichtig sein. Na schön. Sagt mir Bescheid, wenn ihr den Palast betretet, ja? Natürlich. Machen wir das. Perfekt. Ich bin auch bereit, egal wann ihr mich braucht. Das reicht jetzt. Bereiten wir uns auf die bevorstehende Aufgabe vor. Naja, tut mir leid, dass ich die Unterhaltung etwas entgleist habe. Wir sehen auf dich, Akechi. Es darf nicht schief gehen. Ja, ich werde mein Bestes tun, eure Erwartungen zu erfüllen.
The crucial moment's finally here. Give it all you've got. Okay.
Die Lage hat sich verschlechtert. Es ist sogar eine Belohnung auf euch ausgesetzt. Ich glaube wirklich, dass die Phantomdiebe... Ah. Da geht es schon ganz heiß her. Wenn die Phantomdiebe...
So people are turning on us even in his survey? Our popularity is really at an all-time low.
Okay, das heißt, jetzt kann ich aber trotzdem sagen, lass uns da nochmal hingehen. Putzen wir ein bisschen.
Hey! Well then.
Oh.
Es ist Abend, ab morgen geht's los. Okay, dann... Holy shit. Hauen wir raus. Morgen wird's richtig abgehen. Morgen wird einfach der ganze Palast abgerissen, okay? Wir heben ihn hoch und werfen ihn einfach weg. Ein klinischer Test. Bitch, ich habe keine Zeit.
Jeez.
Egal was passiert, wir müssen sie umstimmen. Genau. Ich mach das schon. Let's go, let's go. Als ob ich hier noch Zeit habe.
Okay.
Der Plan muss doch wirklich aufgehen. Das stimmt, ich kann Kawakami rufen, dass ich nach dem Dings noch was machen kann, ne? Wir machen jetzt erstmal den Palast und dann machen wir den Rest.
Hey! Nice! Oh, Mako-chan! I didn't realize we'd take the same train.
Haru, what a coincidence. I was just thinking of you.
Oh, were you?
Yep. How should I put this? Our battles from this point forward are only going to get tougher, right? So, I've been reflecting on our approaches to combat in the hopes of finding some new tactics. In the end, I came up with something, but I realized I'll need your help with it.
Me? Sure. If I can be of any help, I'd love to work with you on this.
I appreciate it. So, what I'm thinking is...
Mako-chan?
Now that I think about it, this is probably going to sound rather absurd.
Don't worry. If it's your idea, Mako-chan, I'm sure it'll be great.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Well, ready to hear it?
Huh?
So, any thoughts?
What a great idea! I'd be honored to help.
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope it works out.
Just leave it to me. But wow, Mako-chan, you come up with some pretty bold moves sometimes. I really look up to you for that.
Do you? I'm not sure how that makes me feel, but thank you.
The star will grant us our wish if it's based on such a great plan. I'm positive.
So, this is the location you've been using as a hideout.
Can we just get started?
Forced investigation will take place on November 20th. That's our deadline this time.
Is there any possibility of that investigation being moved to an earlier date?
I highly doubt it.
How can you be so sure? Didn't they want to catch us as soon as they possibly could?
They may be corrupt, but they are still a bureaucracy. Certain steps must be taken in order to continue forward. Unless their situation becomes extremely dire, they won't act with only circumstantial evidence.
I'm impressed, Detective Man. You sure know a lot about internal affairs.
Yes, he is quite promising.
Well, this is a purely give-and-take relationship. You taught me the inner workings of the Phantom Thieves, so it's only fair I return the favor. And I will be sure to contact everyone if the investigation team makes any odd movements.
That would be helpful.
Alright.
Coolio. Dann infiltrieren wir den Palast. Speichern wir erstmal, weil alle sagen speichere. By the way, 27.10. war mein Geburtstag und das Spiel hat nichts dazu gesagt. Forever sad, Mann. Ich speichere auch... Hier nochmal.